Hello everybody, this is Reviews and More, back with a quick review on a cooking item. This is the Thyme and Table 8-inch nonstick fry pan. I picked this one up from Walmart. I don't know if it's a Walmart exclusive brand or not, but it's got a bunch of various items. They sell like a multi-pack for like $100 that covers like every major thing you're going to need to cook with. And this one was the 8-inch pan, was for $15, and really I'm just getting it to test the nonstick properties the way I always do with these various ceramic and nonstick pans. First, I will point out I don't know if this is ceramic or not, because nowhere on the actual information it doesn't say whether or not the actual pan is ceramic or some kind of Teflon. It just says proprietary nonstick coating, which could be anything under the sun. But there you see it kind of has the gold flakes in it, and there's different models of this, and they all kind of do different things and look different. It's a nice deep pan. It works on induction glass tops like you're going to see here. It also works on obviously your standard gas and everything else, but they always recommend that you only use like medium high heat. So on my, let's say that's an 8, and as always with these pans, I do an egg test. I do 3 of them. I do a cold start. That cold start is like, hey, your worst case scenario, you crack an egg on a pan, then realize, oh gosh, I didn't even turn the burner on. So you see it here kind of sped up. That's why it's going so fast. And so far it does pretty stellar. And this is ungreased. There's no oil or anything else on here. This is just the pan itself, and that's about it. And it looks almost picturesque. It looks like a perfect little egg, sunny side up. I'm going to flip it because I like them over easy, but that's how we're going to do it real fast. And you see the edges kind of coming up with the steam around the egg. That's just a good indicator that the nonstick is working very, very well. And it's also a smoother surface. It's got a little bit of texture to it, but not much. So one thing you'll notice when you're using these non-stick pans without any oil is that the stuff doesn't really move on it very much, simply because there's nothing there to kind of grease the pan because it's being used oil-free. And there you see some kind of stuck on there. That's not really stuck. That was more just me being bad with the spatula. But it cleans off very, very quickly. And now we're going to do the same exact test, but with this hot start with no oil again. So this will be a lot faster. It cooks almost instantly, obviously. And this is going to be, in theory, the way you're supposed to cook with the pan, because they advertise these oilless, although in my opinion you can use oil on them all day long. And you see it working here the same. The edges are kind of peeling up because they're just so, basically the pan is so phobic of any material or any kind of wetness or stickiness. It won't stay on there, and you see me kind of fiddling with it to make sure it's done, and it'll flip. And I flip it kind of badly, not professional here. That was not the pan's fault. That was mine. But there you see it kind of just pulling off. But overall, the one thing you'll also notice is eggs cooked without any kind of grease, the texture is kind of spongy and weird. But just this is more of a proof of concept kind of test than anything else. And there you see it right there. And you see a little bit of burnt on edges. And those are not burnt on. They're just burnt. And they clean off really quickly. And you'll see me do that with the spatula in just a second. Real fast, I'll tell you, do not use metal cookware on these things. They always say things like, you can use any kind of cookware on it. It's scratch resistant. It's really not. So just please avoid using that. Also, don't soak it with any kind of harsh chemical, because it will remove some nonstick, whatever that nonstick property is on this thing. It'll get removed by excessive soaking and using harsh detergents. So I typically just use really hot water, very rarely, but sometimes I'll use like some soft dish soap. But here you see it working traditionally. This is this is like the Waffle House version, minus the fact that you use stainless steel at Waffle House. But you can see it obviously bubbling up because there's oil in there cooking with it. And overall slides around real easy. And I think I do a pan flip here if I remember correctly, because I always do voiceovers after the fact, like a week later. But yeah, I did. There, perfect. So there you go. There's the real non-stick shining brightly right there. So it's for the price. This was $15. This is a good product. I would say for the price point, it's good. It's also got some stylish elements to it. I think there was like a rainbow handle that was kind of like almost like a I call it like an oil slick kind of color, because it's like a rainbow effect over top of metal. They also have this one, obviously, and they have like a big old $120 packs that, like, I call them the college starter set, like the first apartment you get. Like, you don't want to spend a ton of money on cookware. You want to get your kids something they'll cook with, have it for a year, and if they hate it or they destroy it, no big deal. At least they got to feed themselves. It's great for that kind of stuff. It's a good gift for someone just starting out in life, or if you run your own little kitchen like in your house and you go through cookware and you just need something to cook things quickly, easily, without a whole lot of mess that has to be cleaned up separately with lots of scrubbing. So overall, really happy with the product. It works really well. If you have any questions about it, hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment. It helps out the channel, and have a great day.